And at this time, we'd like to introduce these fine players representing the East All-Stars. From Kahuku High School, running back number 1, Andreas Manumaleuna. Also from Kahuku, running back number 2, Talamoni. From Kailua, defensive back number 3, Chico Cantiberos. From Castle, quarterback number 4, Arnubi Brune. From Pac-5, slot back number 5, Landon Toshi. From St. Louis, defensive back number 6, Jandon Thornton Murray. Also from St. Louis, linebacker number 7, So'o Tufanga. From Kaiser, slot back number 9, Jesse Yoshino. From Kaimoki, defensive back number 10, Tyrone Tausanga. From Kahuku, defensive back number 11, Hiram Peters. From Castle, defensive back number 12, Kelly Cripps. From Farrington, running back number 15, Nicholas Tiki. From McKinley, quarterback number 16, Darren Garcia. From Castle, slot back number 17, Maurice Sevello. From Iolani, defensive back number 18, Matt Bragg. From McKinley, wide receiver number 21, Zachary Louis. From Kalaheo, at slot back number 23, Gary Wright. From St. Louis, the kicker number 31, Mark Lau. Also from St. Louis, running back number 32, Noah Campbell. From Kahuku, the linebacker number 33, Pati Mailo. Representing St. Louis, a defensive back number 41, Barrett Argo. From Iolani, a defensive back number 42, Sione Uyema. From Kalaheo, linebacker number 43, Nale Soto. From Kalani, linebacker number 44, Kekai Kamaka Viva Ole. Representing Pac-5, a linebacker number 45, Colin Hazama. From Kahuku, linebacker number 46, Loa Morasco. Representing Roosevelt, linebacker number 47, Chad Kalilimoku. From Farrington, linebacker number 50, Mark Lotomau. From Kailua, defensive lineman number 51, Maka Wolfgram. From Kaimoki, defensive lineman number 54, William Mayava. From the Pac-5 schools, linebacker number 57, Leo Yang. Representing St. Louis, offensive lineman number 60, Lyle Castro. Also from the Crusaders, offensive lineman number 62, Sean Souza. From Farrington, number 63, offensive lineman Vincent Manuai.
Testing.
From Roosevelt, offensive lineman number 66, Douglas Williams. From Kalaheo, offensive lineman number 67, Tyrell Lolo. From Kailua, offensive lineman number 69, Kaulana Kalama. From Kahuku High, offensive lineman. Number 71, Sioaki Levi. Also from the Red Raiders, offensive lineman number 72, Toniu Fonoti. From McKinley, offensive lineman number 75, Francisco Tipoti. From St. Louis, offensive lineman number 77, Shane Kajioka. From Kaiser, offensive lineman number 78, Gabe Coronado. From Pac-5, offensive lineman number 79, Brian Tomihama. From Castle, wide receiver number 81, Gerald Preston. From St. Louis, wide receiver number 82, Kanale George. From Iolani, defensive lineman number 88, Iki Tuigamala. From Castle, defensive lineman number 90, Dayton Gernler. From St. Louis, defensive lineman number 93, Kanoa Noguchi. From Kahuku, defensive lineman number 96, Puna Vendiola. And from Farrington, defensive lineman number 99, Lance Samuseva. Head coach for the East team, Mr. Greg Taguchi. And now for the introduction of the West All-Stars. From Moanalua High School, number 1, John Katayama. From Moanalua, number 2, Brian Green. From Damien, number 3, Adam Kikal. From Mililani, number 4, David Goolsby. Representing Aiea, number 5, Richard Fonoti. From Campbell, number 7, Keala Noda. From Moanalua, number 8, Jeremy Harper. From Waialua, number 9, Robert Enriquez. Representing Campbell, number 10, Stephen Paishon. From Damien, number 11, Oscar Marcos. From Campbell, number 13, Isaiah Maikui. From Nanakuli, number 15, Silas Asui. From Kamehameha, number 16, Ikolu Smith. From Mililani, number 17, Chris Andrews. From Waipahu, number 18, Chaz Ramos. From Kamehameha, number 20, Chad Mahoy. From Radford, number 21, Sanford Chun. Representing Kamehameha, number 27, Nikom Los Banos. From Waianae, number 32, Dwayne Miller. Also from the Sea Riders, number 33, Mose Tiolu. From Pearl City High, number 40, Ricky Oanda-san. From Waianae, number 44, Winston Keliikipi. From Nanakuli, number 45, Charleston Mahoy. From Kamehameha, number 47, Mickey Souza. From Waipahu, number 51, Freddie Charlie. From Lelehua, number 52, Sean Arquinez. Number 52, from Mililani, Ken Hayashi. From Waipahu, number 53, Ioane Lepisi. From Punahou, number 54, Tanner Cam. From Kamehameha, number 55, Keani Alapa. From Damien, number 56, Brandon Rogers. Representing IAEA, number 60, Vince Sivas. From Moanalua, number 64, Ronnie Maea. From Damien, number 66, Sione Maka. From Radford, number 68, Silao Tavale. From Kamehameha, number 69, Ali'i Wilcox. From Nanakuli, number 70, Lemu Kaikala. From Waianae, number 76, Lida Alanga. From Punahou, number 77, Eric Saunders. From Waianae, number 78, Edmund Pa'oao. From Campbell, number 79, Kavika Wright. Representing IAEA, number 83, Jasmine Toilolo. From Lelehua, number 88, James Kui. From Waianae, number 90, Brian DeMello. From Kamehameha, number 91, David Kapololu. From Campbell, number 92, Michael Villoria. From Waianae, number 94, Eli Evaimalo. And from Radford, number 99, Wayne Hunter. Head coach for the West All-Stars, Mr. Kanani Souza. Let's give a big hand for both competitors, the East and West All-Stars. Cadet Technical Sergeant Diana Gilbert.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Tonight's national anthem will be performed by Mr. Edward Miranda.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, who were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say thus that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The game captains from the West All-Stars, number 32, Dwayne Miller, number 44, Winston Kali'ikipi, and number 69, Ali'i Wilcox. From the East All-Stars, number 32, Noah Campbell, and number 47, Chad Kalilimoku. The officials working this All-Star Classic, referee Levi Chang, the umpire Darren Akiona, the linesman Fred Iwohi, the line judge Earl Galdera, field judge Matt Swan, the back judge Bill Flanders, working the box Mike Miyake, and on the chains Henry Baxter and Frank Nacino. Working the auxiliary box John Pocket.
Tails. You won the toss, East. What you want to do? You want to defer? East won the toss and elected to defer there to the second half. What do you want to do? Which side do you want to kick from? Shake hands.
Start the ball game. The West will receive.
Careful.
The East will kick off.
You're the winning captain. That's your point.
Defend the north end zone.
And good evening and welcome to Aloha Stadium for this, the BTC Classic featuring Hawaii's finest high school all-stars. I'm Al Morikami along with Mike Nelson here in the first half for the Aloha Stadium Stars Sports Television Network. Should be a fine game we should be seeing tonight with people such as Adam Kakal for the West along with Mahoy out of Kamehameha.
Deep to receive the kickoff for the West All-Stars. Number 18,
on the east side will be seeing
Ramos.
players such as
Number
Andreas
32, Dwayne Miller.
Jaden Thornton-Murray out of St. Louis, and his fellow Crusader
Kickoff
Noah
for the
Campbell.
East. Number 32, Mark Lau.
Mark Lau will be kicking off for the East, which declined to take the ball after winning
31,
the coin toss.
Mark Lau.
And the East kicking off here. Nice kickoff by Lau. This settles into the return man's hands.
Number 32, Dwayne Miller from the 8-yard line.
As Miller brings it up. Miller out of the Waianae
Making a stop
stable
for
of
the
running
East.
backs.
Number 42, Sione.
He's among one of the top rushers and receivers out of the OIA this season in the red division.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Dwayne Miller, he was the big workhorse for Waianae all season long. We expect him to have a pretty good night tonight, I'm sure, Al, in this All-Star Classic. Let's watch the replay again. And you see Miller getting hold of the ball on the kickoff. And he gets a pretty good hold up here and runs through it. And then they finally bring him down.
As Sione Uyema, one of those making contact, the defensive back out of Iolani, 5'6", 150. First offensive play from scrimmage for the West team. And this is Miller on the halfback option, and he is picked off. Bringing it back the other way, this looks like Jaden Thornton-Murray for the East. The 6', 195-pound defensive back out of St. Louis.
Well, Thornton-Murray, he was just waiting for the ball. He saw that play developing all the way. And he just waited for it, just stepped right up, made the interception. He did that all season long, and he did it right there.
That's why I did it that way. That's why I did it that way.
Let's watch it again here. There you see the halfback option. He's just sitting there, just waiting for the ball, and just picked it right off.
1st and 10 from the 31 for our newbie Brune. Brune swings it out toward the far side, almost picked off. Brune among the leading passers in the OIA this season in the white division.
That pass was intended for Zachary Louis, McKinley high, and it's thrown a little low. Therefore, an incomplete pass.
Louis, a fine athlete, played both defensive back and receiver this season for the McKinley Tigers of David Tanuvasa. Brune, of course, working with his favorite wide receiver this evening, Gerald Preston from Castle High. And this is dropped off on the screen pass to number 17, Maurice Savello, another Castle receiver. Castle with several fine receivers this season, making life rough for their opponents in the OIA.
Well, Anumi Brune throws to his regular receiver during the regular season, Maurice Savello. He dumps it right off to him low. He makes a good effort running to the right and hitting the hole and making a good gain for the East team.
17-yard pickup makes it 1st and 10 at the 15. Tripp sets to the far side for our newbie Brune. Single man to the near side, single back in the backfield. Trying to run it up as Noah Campbell runs into the heart of the West defense. Loses about a yard on the play.
And Noah Campbell of St. Louis, of course, he had a very good prep bowl. But right here, the West team got to him very quickly and penetrated and got him down. That's the only way to stop Noah Campbell, is get to him early.
So this brings up a 2nd and 12, ball at the 16. They're going to see loss of 2 by Campbell on the run. Double slot formation for the East. The give to Campbell, trying to skirt the end. Ooh, fine fake by Brune. Oh, caught me off.
I think he faked everybody out in the stadium on that one. Even our camera people got faked out on that one.
Shows you Bruin's very fine ball handling characteristics out there. Makes a nice play action fake and then swings out the completion.
Well, maybe we'll see the fine fake here. It was a fine catch. That's what it was. Right down close to 10-yard line.
Second in a row from Maurice Savello. Now a power I formation for the East. Campbell in the tailback slot. It'll be Bruin on the quarterback keeper as he sweeps the end. Picks up about 3 yards on the carry, down to about the 7-yard line.
Well, Bruin made a real good effort there after dropping the ball. He picked it up and got an open hole and got a few yards.
Artificial surface at Aloha Stadium. A lot of give here, so sometimes when quarterbacks drop snaps, they usually are the recipients of a very good bounce. Probably one of the few places where you can play like a bounce pass right out of the center.
Yeah, just like basketball, yeah.
Fourth down, power I formation again. On fourth down, East All-Stars angling to the end zone, touchdown. Number 50, Nicholas Tiki, the converted quarterback out of Farrington High, running back this evening at 5'9", 165, angles off the near side for the touchdown.
Yeah, Nicholas Tiki all year long for Farrington. He was a running back. The converted quarterback over to the running back. Made a great effort there. Went around the right side. There was no one really there to stop him. He's got that speed, and he took it right in.
So the East scores first to make it 6-0, pending the extra point by Mark Lau. Kick is up, and it is through and good. So the East All-Stars under head coach Greg Taguchi draw first blood with a 7-0 lead. Following Nicholas Tiki's run. Take another look at it here.
He just goes over to the right side. Hardly anybody touches him here. There's a good block right there. It's a good stiff arm. He's right at the goal line. That's Tiki. That's the way he runs.
Good key block there by Andreas Manu Maliuna, the
sure
5'7", 240-pound fullback out of Kahuku. One of Kahuku's leading rushers out of that fantastic stable of theirs. And you see our line score as the East drawing first blood, leading 7-0 here with 9:07 remaining first quarter. Al Morikami, Mike Nelson bringing you the first half of this Prep All-Star Classic, the BTC Classic. Final high school game of the season for the 98th year. Certainly one that the young men like to have a lot of fun in. Certainly high school football here in Hawaii, well respected with a packed baseball press box loaded full of football scouts as Mark Lau kicks off with the East team. Shallow kick will settle again into Miller, and Miller skirts it up to about the 25 where he's brought down, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the West All-Stars from there.
Yeah, you're right, Al. There's a lot of them packed over there in the box. And I saw a lot of them come up the elevator here. This is a big game for that. Let's watch the replay. And you see Dwayne Miller getting the ball once again. And they get to him very early this time, but he still manages to get up to the 25-yard line.
3 receivers to the near side for the West All-Stars. Quarterback Ekolu Smith under center. And Smith back to pass, has a man down the far sidelines, overshoots his intended receiver on the play. Number 3, Adam Kakal out of Damien, the 6', 190-pound running back. Blossomed in the second half of the ILH double round season. Struggled early on during the first round, and then in the second round of the ILH varsity season was able to run up quite a few good numbers. Had that very fine game versus Joe Igber and Iolani, where both rushed for well over 200 yards in the ball game. On second down, here is Mahoy trying to skirt the end. Might have picked up 2, maybe 3 yards on the play as he goes out of bounds along the far sideline.
Well, now we go to another workhorse, this time for Kamehameha. It's Chad Mahoy, who carried the ball with him most of the time this year.
Check out our Generation Next Pepsi replay.
He just shifts to the right, and he keeps shifting, trying to find a hole. Doesn't get much, but he'll keep grinding, I'll tell you that, with this guy.
Second look brought to you by Pepsi, choice of Generation Next. Ekolu Smith now with 3rd down 7, ball at the 28 of the West All-Stars. Double slot formation. Teammate Mahoy staying in the backfield to block, and Smith is sacked. Ball is loose on the carpet. Dwayne Miller manages to come up with it.
Well, that was Lowell Murasko of Kahuku who made the initial hit there to make the fumble. No one blocked him. He just came around right in, and just bam, he hits him.
Miller's scamper, though, loses yardage back to about the 23-yard line of the West. West All-Stars will punt this away. Take another look at it here, courtesy of All Sport, the Thirst Quencher.
There it is. There's a hit.
And so this is booted away by Oscar Marcos of Damien. Young man had to do a lot of punting this season for the Damien Monarchs, but did a good job of it in addition to playing defensive back and kick returner this season. Robert Enriquez making the stop. Young man out of Wailua High. Take another look at it here, courtesy of Zippy's Restaurants.
Yeah, you see they're down there very quick. That's good coverage by the punt kicking team there. Buried him.
Gary Wright out of Kalaheo, slot back, 5'10", 180, as Garcia of McKinley now in the quarterback for the East. Handoff out of the double slot formation is to Andreas Manu Malauna. Tries to angle along the near side, might have picked up about a yard.
Yeah, not much on that play, but Manu Malauna, he's going to be the guy. As long as he's in there, they're going to give him the ball quite a bit.
Check out our Hawaiian Tel GTE instant replay.
Yeah, there they got to him very early, but I'm telling you, this guy, he's a grounder. He'll pick up yardage. A good play by the East squad. I mean the West squad.
Garcia under center once again. Darren Garcia out of McKinley, 5'9", 170, quarterback, OIA Red Division top passer. Fires out along the far side, overshoots his intended receiver, almost picked off downfield by Marcos of Damien. Marcos, a very fleet-footed young man, showed his abilities, as I said, as a kick returner for Damien, among one of the leaders in that category this season.
Very versatile athlete. Made his share of big plays with the head for Damien this year. He almost got that one.
East All-Stars come to the line. 3rd down, 9, ball at their own 44. Trip sets to the far side. Garcia barking signals. One man in the backfield behind Garcia, and that's Campbell of St. Louis. Campbell angling his way, makes 1st down yardage into West territory, down around the 40-yard line where he's brought down.
Yeah, that's Noel Campbell. And once he hits the hole, this guy can carry the bread. He's shown that throughout the regular season and the postseason.
Gain of 14 on the play. Ball officially spotted at the 42 in West territory. Take another look at Campbell's run again.
Oh, big hole. Look at that big hole. And this guy, once he gets the hole open, he's hard to stop. Look at that. He keeps his feet going. He shifts different directions.
More importantly, keeps his head up.
Yeah.
Out of shotgun formation. Again, out of the double slot with Campbell in the backfield. Here's Garcia. Garcia has a man downfield, and that's Cevallo out of Castle High. Overshoots the Castle wide receiver. Coming in, Canali George out of the Crusaders wide receiver stable. Had quite a second half coming on for the MIA wide receivers out of St. Louis. Crusaders been throwing a lot to their slot backs throughout the season. Garcia has Cevallo downfield once again along the far sidelines. Nothing doing, though, as the pass just a tad short.
Well, it looked like the same play as before. He just overthrows him. The guy he's thrown to most of the season.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now. As coming into the game is Gerald Preston, the wide receiver out of Castle High. He, along with Tyler Germain and Savallo, making things awfully tough on secondaries in the OIA this season. Garcia on the rollout, has a man downfield, completes the pass out to the receiver as Gary Wright grabs a hold of the ball. Only question is, did he hold on to it long enough?
No.
No, apparently did not.
Wandasan, Ricky Anandasan of Pearl
Well, they're
City.
going to call this a catch and a fumble.
Yeah. He had it. There's no doubt about it. He had to catch. He fumbled it right there. He just, when he was pushed, he just lost control of it.
Gary doing the dream weaving right downfield. Couldn't hold on to the pigskin, though. Turns over the ball to the West squad, who'll have it at their own 26-yard line. Pitch out is to Miller. Miller trying to skirt the end, won't be able to do it as the East Stars string him out and take him out of bounds at around his own 21.
Yeah, that's the only way to get Miller. You got to string him out. You got to spread out your defense and just push him to the sideline. That's what happened on that play. Trying to find out who made the initial hit there that first started that. There you see Miller come around right in, but at that point in time, there it is right there. That's the man trying to get the uniform number there. And he is the guy that caused that play to go asunder.
Loss of 5 on the play. 2nd and 15. Ball at the 21 of the West All-Stars. Trip sets to the far side. Single man in the backfield. And back to pass. And complete on the dart.
Wow.
Out to the receiver there. Number 1, John Kitayama. Out of Moanalua High. 5'7", 145.
Wow, what a catch.
Grabbed the Silas Asui dart on that one. Watch
this. I mean, he throws it, catches with one arm. Look at that. One arm, folks.
And you saw back at the line of scrimmage, Asui threw it through the arms of the East defender as well, who had his hands up, all in position to block it, and the ball just shooting right through his hands. Kind of looked like what the Wahine volleyball team does to their opponents regularly. Asui under center, double slot formation, single back in the backfield. Back to passes Asui under some pressure. Manages to get away from one man. Ball is loose on the carpet. And a little scrum huddle ensues, and let's see. This will be East All-Stars ball. As coming up with it for the East All-Stars is number 45, Colin Hazama, the linebacker and fullback, 5'10", 210 out of Pac-5, the Pac-5 athletic program.
Yeah, here it is. He's getting ready to pass, and he's threatened immediately, so he tries to take off with it, and that's when he's stripped of the ball. And there you see it.
Little piece of trivia. Pac-5, of course, the original Pacific Athletic Conglomerate when they first started. 5:24, 1st and 10, ball at the 33 of the West. East All-Stars out of shotgun. Our newbie Broom back to pass, sets up the screen. Taking it is Manu Maliuna. Picks about 5-6 yards before finally pushed out of bounds along the far sideline.
Yeah, I like watching this guy run, boy. I tell you, when he gets the ball, he does all kinds of things. Like he leaped over a player. Let's watch it again. Just a little flare-out pass. And there's a stiff arm. And there's a leap over the defender out of bounds.
Brune with trip sets here to the near side now, operating from the far hash mark. Gives to Manu Maliuna, the single back in the backfield. He manages to rumble ahead for about 3 yards on the 2nd and 5 carry from the 28. So barrels his way down to around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't make much. He gets 3 or 4 yards on you.
So 3rd down 3. Ball at the 26 officially. East All-Stars breaking the huddle. Broom checking on his offensive unit. Sends 3 men to the near side. 1 man in the backfield. And Broom will take off on his own. Has the 1st down and a few more yards. On the forward progress, will take him down to around, call it the 22-yard line, where it'll be 1st down for the East. as Freddie Charlie making the stop at the end of that.
Well, there you see Freddie, hair and all. This looked like a play that may have been busted. Or maybe not. Just looking for a receiver and sees the hole, so he decides to forget about passing. I'll just run for the first down. That's what he did right there.
Freddie Charlie out of Waipahu, 5'10", 175. Tripp sets to the far side from the middle of the field. Broom gives to Campbell, the St. Louis running back and prep All-American candidate. Scrambles out for about 5, maybe 6 yards down into West territory at around, call it the 17-yard line.
Now let's watch Noah again. I mean, he just keeps his feet moving, and he keeps his feet spread out so he can stay on the ground, and he still gets 2 or 3 yards. That's what's so great about him.
Broom also a fine baseball player, we should add. Anchored the infield for the Castle Knights on the baseball diamond, where they are a power in the OIA in the state. As the pitch out is lost, and the West will recover. As trying to sweep the far side for the East was Nicholas Tiki, not able to hold on to the pitch.
Now he just flat out dropped it. Just lack of concentration. He just dropped the ball. Let's watch it again. Broom just pitches it out to him. Here it is. I mean, he's looking upfield before he even catches it, and so he just drops it.
And you can see the carpet in that area just a little dead, and Tiki not able to get the bounce, and so the West comes up with it, and Ekolu Smith under center for the West All-Stars. Double slot formation. The give is to Dwayne Miller of Waianae. He manages to surge ahead for about 2 yards. So interesting how the East and West teams resemble their charges in that area.
Well, they both have very good running backs, and here you see one of them right here, Dwayne Miller, a power back. And he'll fight for every yard he can get. It's the type of runner he is.
Not surprisingly, schools in the West on the island of Oahu mainly are teams that run the ball, while teams out of the East tend to be ones that like to throw it a little bit more. Out of the double slot formation on 2nd down 8. Here's Ekolu Smith firing over the middle, and incomplete as the ball dies harmlessly at the 30-yard line. This will bring up a 3rd and long situation.
I'm not sure where he was throwing it at that point in time. It looked like he was going to throw it over on this side, and he threw it the other way.
Brian Green checking in. The running back out of Moanalua, 5'9", 170. As Ekolu Smith comes up to the line with trip sets deployed to the near side. 3rd down 8, ball at the West 25. Smith back to pass, looking downfield, has a pair of receivers. 1st down yardage and more on the catch. Nice one there by Keala Noda out of Campbell High. Campbell, one of the few West teams that likes to throw the football under Coach out there. Ball at the 39.
Well, yeah, they do like to throw the ball. And here you see a very good pass. Straight out to the sideline. He's all by himself.
So 1st down for the West, and Chad Mahoy with the reception. Tries to turn it up, but will be held well short back in his backfield, back around, call it the 35-yard line.
Well, Mahoy lost a little control of his feet then. You know, it's been raining somewhat, so some of the field's damp. And I think that's what happened here. A short pass to Mahoy. They're expecting him to catch it and then come out the outside like he always does. Build up that speed that he has, but he slipped and fell down.
Smith, the senior quarterback out of Kamehameha. Good arm. Has been known to be a bit hot and cold at times, though. Back to pass on 2nd and long. Has a man downfield, but overshoots his intended receiver on the play. Number 17, Chris Andrews out of Mililani, the 6'2", 215-pound wide receiver.
Yeah, he just flat out overthrew him.
Young man with good speed and good ability.
Trying to get it to him. He's 6 foot 2 inches, but he still overthrew him.
So that brings up 3rd down 13. Ball at the 36. Smith with 3 receivers to the near side. Single man in the backfield, drops back to pass. Fires up along the far sideline and hits the completion out to number 83. Is Jesmine Toilolo the receiving player on the other end of the pass? As coming off the field is Mark Lotomao.
Yeah, the pass was low, and Toyola still made a great catch. Even though it wasn't enough for the first down, still a very good catch.
Nice catch by Toilolo, but comes up short of the first down. West will boot this away. Evi Malo out of Waianae. Of course, on special teams, when it comes to the kicking game, of course, as is always the case in an all-star game, there is no rush against the punter or the place kicker.
That was a coat hanger punt. That was a high rainbow type punt. That was a paper clip punt. That happens sometimes. You know, they know no one's rushing them, and they want to put a good boot into it, and then they don't concentrate, and they misstep it.
So Darren Garcia going to step on now for the East All-Stars out of McKinley High.
So it's a timeout. The East takes a timeout.
As the West will huddle up around their coaching staff.
Last year, this was a pretty low scoring game. 10-7, wasn't it, Al?
I believe so. Of course, Jose Guevara with the West, along with Kamani Souza and company down there.
Yeah, the East beat the West last year, 10-7.
7-0 right now. The East All-Stars leading.
What's neat about these All-Star games is they come up with plays sometimes you normally don't see, or just different things because of different players they have. Because this is a lot of talent out there, so you like to showcase individual talent, really. So you see a lot of plays like that. So it's a lot of fun to watch, especially with the special rules sometimes.
Names like Ma'atanu Vasa, Chris Fuwatu Ma'afala. 1st and 10 in East Territory at the 41. The little receiver screen flipped out to number 81 from Darren Garcia out to Gerald Preston, the 5'11", 145-pound receiver out of Castle High.
Yeah, Preston makes a real good catch there. See, he grabs it, leaps up, and gets it. He's brought down by number 53. That's Iani Apisi of Waipahu High.
Apisi, of course, one of the fine linebackers out of that school. Trip sets to the far side for Garcia. 1st and 10 2nd down 3 for the East at their own 49. As they try to run it up inside with Campbell out of that St. Louis stable.
You see the man who brought him down. It's Wayne Hunter of Radford.
As you take another look at it here.
Yeah, good penetration by the West All-Stars on that one.
So with the end of the first quarter, our score is 7-0. The East leading the West here in the BTC Classic. As there you see the line score, 4 first downs for the East, the West with just 1. And of course 7-0 our score with the East ahead. Reset the situation for you. It'll be 3rd down 2, ball at the 49 of the East. As we get set to start the second stanza of action here at Aloha Stadium. Al Morikami, along with Dominic Rodera and Mike Nelson. Malibu Rodera anchoring our floor director position here in the first half. As Garcia and company come up and get set to get action underway, action being held up just momentarily here by our head official, Levi Chang, of course, the father of St. Louis quarterback Timmy Chang. Power I formation for the East. And Campbell on the carry. Picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards, good enough for the first down in West territory at the 48 as Michael Viloria makes the stop. Take another look at it here.
Yeah, right over left tackle. No, Campbell, he'll get you that 1st or 2 yard. Whatever you need to get first down, he'll get it for you.
Officially a gain of 4 for the East. 1st and 10, ball at the West 47. Tripp sets to the far side for the quarterback Garcia. One man in the backfield, wide receiver to the near side. Garcia back to pass on first down. Drops it off to his intended receiver, Canali George out of St. Louis. George manages to make about 5-6 yards on the play. Wide receivers have been somewhat MIA for the Crusaders the past several seasons. They've gone primarily to their fine slot backs.
Well, they've had a lot of them. This is one of them right here. Canali George, a little flare-out pass toward the sideline. Actually, it was a good stop there. He may have gotten more yards.
Long time since the Crusaders have had a game breaker at their wide receiver position. People like Brendan Agbayani and Michael Matsuzaki come to mind. And this time it's Andreas Manu Maliuna out of that Kahuku running back stable, rumbling ahead into West territory at the 30-yard line.
Manu Maliuna got that ball very, very quick that time. There's no delay on the handoff. It was very quick right up to the line. Once he gets steam going, that's trouble for the other team. He got it very quickly there, and he hits the hole very fast for a big man.
Well over 200 pounds, rumbling at you at 5'7". That's a scary sight when somebody like that builds up momentum.
Oh, yeah.
1st and 10 at the West 30 for the East All-Stars. 10:23 remaining to the half. Garcia in shotgun with wide receivers and slot backs split left and right. Garcia to the air, completes the pass out to his receiver on the play, and this is number 23, Gary Wright. Wright, who of course fumbled on one of those first quarter drives for the East, comes up with the sure-handed catch, but flag on the play in the meantime.
Yeah, that's a good catch by Wright right there. Made it right, but West was all over him on it. Kilikipi, I think, was one who made the initial stop. And it's all going to come back anyway.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
And you know that man is already getting some recruiting mail from the colleges, even though his son, Timmy Chang, is just a junior.
Yeah, we're going to see him all next year.
Meantime, Darren Garcia of McKinley Tigers takes the offensive unit to the line with Tripp sets toward the far side. Single man on the near side, single man in the backfield. Garcia with the long count, flicks it out, completes it out to Wright. Wright with some room and a zip lane manages to skirt on down to the near sideline, and he's finally knocked out at about, call it the 15-yard line, where he's finally taken out of bounds.
That was a great play. Gary Wright getting the ball, a little short pass, and then hitting him on the run, and then hitting the big open hole that you see. And he's got that speed. He's scary right there. He's got some good blockers in front of him, and looked like he might go all the way down the sideline. There's a grab right there. They can't get him. There's another grab right there, just enough to get him out of bounds.
So that brings up 1st and 10, ball at the 14 officially. Power I formation. And Garcia, nice hand to Andreas Manu Maliuna out of Kahuku, and Manu Maliuna takes it down to the 6-yard line as he angles out of bounds along the near side. Souza among those taking him out along the near sideline. Watch it again.
It's that big guy coming at you again. You got to make sure you get him down. Arm tackles won't do it.
Almost loses the ball, but gets it back as he wraps it up at the end there, as you saw. That'll bring up 2nd and short. 2nd and 2 officially. Ball at the 6. Power I formation behind the quarterback, Garcia. The give this time is to Tiki. And Tiki just taking it up behind the right side of that offensive line of the East, gets to about the 1.
Went right up, right tackle. Nicholas Tiki.
1st and goal to go for the East. Ball inside the 1.
Of course, Farrington over the years have had their share of very fine running backs, both scat back types and big fullbacks. Again, the power I formation. First down and goal to go from the 1. And the give straight ahead is Noah Campbell. Noah Campbell barrels in for yet another East touchdown. Young man out of St. Louis making quite a name for himself this evening. But he knows how to come up big in important games.
Yeah, he's a money player. He knows when to get the ball and do what you have to do with it, and that's what he did on that play.
It'll be Mark Lau out of the hold of Garcia to add the extra point. 13-0 our score now. Snap is back. Lau boots it. And it is up, and it is good. Could hear that kick all the way up here when Lau put his foot to that one.
Well, the scoreboard had 15 now. Okay, now it's 14-0. Let's watch Noel Campbell's run here. Look at all the blocking in front of him. Look at that.
And just excellent how he just reads it and then just angles off the
he just
left
hits
side
the
for
hole.
the touchdown.
He hits the hole and does what he has to do.
Deep awaiting the kickoff for the West. 32. Dwayne Miller, number 7.
Miller and Noda in the meantime set up on the kickoff unit for the West, awaiting the ball from Lau. The Crusaders over the years have developed themselves a fine line of kickers. Reggie Ho, of course, who went on to kick for Notre Dame among them. He split time Lau did this season with junior Chris Koyama, who's going to be another fine one for the Crusaders. This will settle down, though, into the hands of the return man Miller, who as a freshman attended St. Louis before transferring back to his native Waianae. He angles up around the 25 over the 26, and they'll officially spot him down at the 27. Check it again on our Pepsi replay, the choice of Generation Next.
You know, Coach Ta'aka, yeah, he liked him coming back to the leeward side, and there you see him bring the ball up. Another guy that you can't arm tackle. They got him down then, though.
Built low to the ground, has pretty good hands to be able to get out in the passing pattern. And Asuya under quarterback now for the West. Gives it to Miller, who rumbles ahead. Picks up about 8-9 yards on the carry over the 35 out to the 36-yard line of the West. As among those making the stop on the play for the East is big number 44, Kekai Kamakavivaole.
Just watching, this is Dwayne Miller. And he almost had it taken out of his hand, but he held on to it. And look at that power he has. He just keeps going up.
Kamakavivaole, the cousin to the late Israel Kamakavivaole. Trip sets to the far side. Single man in the backfield, and Asui running the option around the corner toward the near side. Picks up a couple of yards there. Needed only about 2, maybe 3 for the first down. We'll pick this one up easily.
Yeah, it looked like he was wanting to pitch out, but he decided it's smarter to just hold on to it and just run around and get the 2 or 3 yards necessary for the first down.
They're going to say no gain instead. Looked like he might have picked up the first down, but no gain is the call. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1 situation. for the East All-Stars.
Well, maybe this is a Miller up the gut. Let's see what they do.
Trip sets to the near side, short side of the field for Asui and the West All-Stars. Give is to the lone back in the backfield, and surging ahead on the carry was number 45.
Charleston Mahoy and Nana Cooley, that's who they have back up there.
Don't know if he is related to Chad Mahoy of Kamehameha. Check out the Zippy's Restaurants replay.
Oh, it's just straight up the gut. Just a different back is who we thought would get it. Just enough to get the first down.
So again, Trip sets to the near side for Asui. Single man in the backfield is Charleston Mahoy, as Asui shoots it out to his intended receiver, John Katayama of Moanalua. If there's one advantage perhaps the East has over the West, it's that the West quarterbacks may not be as proficient at throwing the footballs. There you see the incomplete pass to Katayama.
Yeah, he didn't make a good throw there at all.
Now Harper out of Moanalua in the backfield, and this young man, Jeremy Harper, has been quite a godsend for Moanalua's running attack. But going to the air is Asui. He'll drop it off to Harper, however. Harper turns it up and finally knocked out of bounds up around the 45 of the West. This young man among one of the top ball carriers for Moanalua in the OIA's blue division.
Let's watch it again on a GTE Hawaiian Tel. There you see Harper getting the ball. He's got that great speed. Oop, they pulled a string a little bit there, but once this guy gets the ball, he's gone. You got to get him quick on the sideline.
Among those making the stop was Barrett Argo, the defensive back out of St. Louis. Again, Tripp sets to the near side for the quarterback Asui on 3rd down 4. Completes it out to Katayama on the look-in pattern. Katayama into East territory, inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, you're seeing these Moanalua receivers. It looked like almost like a slant play. Katayama getting it. Real good hard throw. Katayama right there, no one around him. Making good run after he caught it.
Nice job by Argo to get in the way and slow up Katayama, and to Chad Kalilimoku out of Roosevelt able to catch up on the play and finish it off at the end. But 1st down and 10 with Tripp sets to the far side for Asui and the West. 5:12 remaining in the first half. As barreling ahead for the West is big Dwayne Miller into Lance Samuseva of the Farrington Governors. Samuseva, the anchorman of the Govs defense this season.
6-footer, 270 pounds. He's a big, big guy.
So the West now with 2nd down 6 after the 4-yard gain. Ball at the 34 of the East. Double slot formation for Asui and the West unit. Harper in the backfield. They drop this off to Adam Kakal. And Kakal with some nice moves. 1st down to the 25 of the East. Another one of Damien's fine overall athletes is making the stop is number 41, Barrett Argo of the Crusaders for the East. Kakal, though, a young man who showed he can both catch and run the ball with equal depth.
Yeah, he's sitting out there all by himself. Yeah, and he can run. There's no doubt about it. He did it the whole season.
Did a nice job protecting the ball from the defender, carrying it up and over the young man's shoulders and before being tackled. That brings up 1st and 10. Ball at the 25 of the East. West knocking on the door. Out of the double slot formation, Asui under some pressure, and Asui will go down. Again, Samuseva and company among those to make the stop in there.
Samuseva gives the salute.
Well, hey, they watch NFL football here in the islands just like everybody else does. Take another look at it here.
Yeah, he didn't do what he wanted to do with it, so he just tucked it under, and Samu Seva got to him quick.
Nice move there by Kanoa Noguchi of the Crusaders, though, just to come in and just throw Samu Seva's balance off just enough, or Asui's balance just enough for Samu Seva to be able to come up and make the stop. Loss is back to the 29-yard line, 2nd and 15. Asui with the monster pass downfield. One-on-one coverage to the receiver for the West. Chris Andrews, the Mililani pass catcher, 6'2", 215. Had one-on-one coverage, but not able to come up with the overthrown football.
Yeah, this would have been a good catch if he brought that down. That was overthrown. He was covered anyway.
Kahuku's Hiram Peters on this.
I mean, it's not a bad pass, but it's just a little bit overthrown right there, and it's really defended well.
And Peters almost coming up with that.
Yeah, he did.
3rd down, 15 from the 29 for the West All-Stars. And Asui slips and falls on a very slippery turf. Turf, by the way, that is going to be replaced following the NFL Pro Bowl here in Honolulu in February. So a loss of 6 will be back to the 35. It's also been raining off and on all day with the heavy winds that have been blowing here, too.
Yeah, right here, he just, right there, see his right foot goes down. He's lucky he wasn't injured on that play.
But smartly just went right down, realized the play was dead right there. No sense in adding to an already poor situation. So the ball back to the 35-yard line, where it'll be 4th down for the West. They're going to go ahead and go for it here, as Asui hangs it up in the air and intercepted by Peters of Kahuku as they went to Andrews again on that same fade pattern.
Yeah, same play. This time Peters intercepts it. He knew that play was coming around. He just jumped right up there and got the ball. Let's watch it again. Ball's thrown high for the receiver to catch. Peters a little short, but he jumps right up ahead of the receiver and makes the fine interception.
Andrews that time drawing double team coverage. So 1st and 10 at the 9 for the East following the interception. The handoff is to Manu Maleuna, who rumbles his way over the 10 out to the 12-yard line of the East on the 1st down carry.
And he's built like a boxcar, and he's hard to bring down. Once again, this guy, arm tackles will not do it.
Evai Malu, the big E, comes in to lay the helmet on Manu Maleuna at the end of the play.
Yeah, right there. It's a good tackle.
So that brings up 2nd down 7 after a 3-yard gain. Ball at the East 12. Broom, the straight-off handoff to Manu Maleuna, who plows his way up to the 15-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. Young man can block and runs hard. Now Noah Campbell will check in, as will number 81, Gerald Preston of Castle High. So our newbie Bruin with one of his favorite receivers from the Knights on 3rd down 4, ball at the 15 of the East. Bruin back to pass. He'll swing it out to Kanali George of the Crusaders this time, though. Kanali George picks up some yardage, but will be well short of the 1st down.
Well, that's because Oscar Marcos made a real fine play. He saw that developing. He got right over and made the tackle.
Marcos, one of the fine defensive backs from Damian High.
Yeah, he's sitting back there. He's watching this. Now he comes in. As soon as the receiver gets the ball, he hits him right there.
We mentioned Marcos, both the punter and kick returner for the Monarchs this season, as the East will boot this away. Of course, with the spread formation, because in this kind of situation, nobody bothers to come in and block the punter because you don't do things like that in an all-star game.
Oh,
a lot of returns, mishandled. Everybody goes scrambling for it. East had a chance, but looks like the West has come up with it. As jumping on it for the West is number 7, Keala Noda, the 5'7", 160-pound young man out of Campbell High School.
Bounces right off his breadbasket. He was almost picked up.
As the
But
East
not
number
quite.
As Chico Cantaberis of Kailua tried to jump on that one, but coming up with it instead was the West number 7, Keala Noda, out of the barn of Campbell's Darren Hernandez out there in the West. One of the few coaches who actually throws the ball on the OIA.
If he picked that up, we may have had another score on the board.
But that ends the first half of play with our score. The East 14, the West nothing. Stay tuned. Second half action coming up in just a moment following this halftime entertainment.
Anthony Argentina, I think. Ibiza.
Good evening and welcome back to the Aloha Stadium. Blaine Cowley joined alongside Dominic Rodero. 14-0 the score coming out of the half. East on top of the West All-Stars. And Dominic, a windy, blustery evening here tonight at the Aloha Stadium, but some action going up on the scoreboard this evening for the East.
You're right, and it's good in favor of the East All-Stars, getting a couple of touchdowns on the offensive end. Nicholas Tiki getting a 7-yard run to get the first score of the ball game, and then Noah Campbell from St. Louis gets the touchdown to make it a 14-0 ball game. So far, we've seen a lot of turnovers, but not majorly where one team would just take over this ball game. Still close in favor of the West All-Stars. Try to get back into this ball game.
There you go to look at Cal Lee down along the sidelines for the Eastern All-Stars. Lee coming off his 13th consecutive Prep Bowl victory. Right back to receive the ball now for the Eastern All-Stars. He'll stand back at about the 7-yard line.
East All-Stars will receive. West All-Stars will kick off. Kicking for the West.
As it's picked up by one of the upbacks. This is Noah Campbell with the ball. He's across the 20 out to the 24-yard line. And that is where the East will start off action here in the second half.
Noah Campbell, a fine running back, makes the return. Not his usual duties during the regular season, but he picks it up here as he's one of the up men, just right in front of Gary Wright. Tries to find a pocket there, but no hole to break loose through.
They'll mark him back at the 23-yard line. Noah Campbell, the single back in the backfield here for the East. And he'll get the play here on a draw. Campbell across the 30-yard line, tripped up at the 31 by the West All-Stars, Winston Keli'ikipi.
And we'll take a look at this BTC Classic replay. A delayed draw by Noah Campbell. Was thought about going right, ends up going left until he's tripped out by Keli'ikipi.
Campbell checks out of the ball game here on second and about 2. And a low pass here from Garcia. And let's see if they call this a completed pass. It is not intended for Gary Wright.
Not just one of those short passes to Gary Wright. So we'll take a look, one more look at this play. quick toss to the far side of the field. Just, it's like, really not enough power there given by Garcia on the other end to his receiver.
Right, almost able to pick up that last pass, but really nowhere for him to go, even if he did make the reception. 4 West defenders surrounding him brings up 3rd and 2 from the 31. Play action. Garcia has a man wide open downfield, and this is complete along the sideline, and no, they will say he was out of bounds. Canale George downfield, nobody around him for about 10 yards, and Garcia couldn't find him on the far sideline.
And this play working well for the East All-Stars. Good fake handoff, and then here you see at the tail end of the play, Garcia looking down the field, and as you said, Blaine, Canale George wide open, but not enough to get it inside the playing surface.
Jandon Thornton Murray from St. Louis High School back to punt this ball away. Line drive kick. This is returnable from the 30-yard line. And down at about the 41-yard line is the kick returner. That looked like Dwayne Miller out of Waianae.
And we'll take a look at his punt return once more. There you see, picked up by Dwayne Miller from Waianae. Cuts up the field. Just gets by the East All-Stars number 44, Kikai Kamakaviaole, and he's hit by Colin Hazama of Pac-5.
Hazama, hazardous material on that last play against Miller. Miller with an 11-yard return. Western All-Stars with the ball for the first time here in the second half. They'll start off with a short swing pass. This is Keala Noda with the ball. And Noda taken out of bounds just shy of midfield. They might give him progress to the 50-yard line on that pass from Ekolu Smith.
Pass completion good for 9 yards. Second down and 12 for the West on the 50-yard line.
And we'll take a look at his reception again. Here's you see the pass by Ekolu Smith to Keala Noda. Puts a move on the defender. Makes his way up the field and gets good yardage. Gets 9 on that pickup.
Defense nearly offsides on the play. And getting no gain on that last carry for the Western All-Stars was number 45, Charleston Mahoy. Chad Kalikimoku once again in on the play defensively for the Eastern All-Stars.
Simple handoff. And this one going to number 45, Charleston Mahoy. Doesn't get anywhere, and it'll be a 3rd down situation now.
3 receivers to the near side. Short pass on the slant that is complete to Keala Noda. And Kalikimoku once again on the play.
Pass good for 5 yards and a first down for the West.
Quickly throwing it is Ekolu Smith, and he bangs number 7, Keala Noda of Campbell for the first down.
Western All-Stars now on the Eastern 45. Defensive lineman a little jumpy here for the Eastern All-Stars. And Chad Mahoy not getting anywhere. He'll lose about 5 yards as the defense just destroyed the blocking schemes on that last play.
Take a look at this replay. You see pitch out, fullback getting nailed, and that was So'o Tufanga, St. Louis, the linebacker, cleaning out the fullback, which enabled the defense to come through and making the stop for the East All-Stars was number 10, Tyrone Tausaga of Kaimaki.
Smith under pressure. They set up a little screen. And Mahoy taken down from behind. Nice one-handed tackle there by Maka Wolfgram.
Defensively for the East, number 54, Maka Wolfgram.
Here you see The quick pass again, short screen pass, gets it to Dwayne Miller here on the replay. And as you said, Maka Wolfgram, one of those horse collar grabs and says, hey, you ain't getting nowhere.
.8:17 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. The West down by 14 points. Third and 7, a low pass from Smith as the blitz was on by the Eastern defense. And that should bring up fourth down.
Tried to go with that screen pass again. Colo Smith out of Kamehameha tries to look for his receiver Sanford Chun of Radford, but throws on a hop, and that's going to force the West All-Stars to give up the ball.
Oscar Marcos out of Damien High School to punt the ball away. Wright and Toshi, the two men back to receive. And this is Gary Wright. Wright taken down at the 10-yard line by the Western All-Stars, Michael Villoria.
We got penalty markers just before the kick was made, and a late one added.
We got offsetting fouls. We have illegal procedure on the kicking team. We have defensive holding. 2 penalties nullify each other. Repeat the down.
So we'll redo down the punt on fourth down here. 7:51 left to go in the third. Wendell Look and the rest of the Eastern coaching staff there along the sidelines, making sure they have 11 players, no more, no less on the field.
They'd like to see that punt over. I think Gary Wright wants that punt back after taking a late start on it, picking up the ball on the late hop and decided to run for it.
Now a discussion here along the near sidelines between the referee and one of the coaches from the Eastern staff. And apparently we have this dispute resolved and we will get play back underway. Marcos back again to punt the ball. Wright and Toshi, the two men to receive. And this ball will sail into the end zone. Wright smartly letting that ball go. And this will be a touchback for the Eastern All-Stars, who lead 14-0 here. 7:35 left to play in the third quarter. They'll start off on the 20-yard line after that punt from Marcos.
Marcos actually wants this punt back as well, as gets a good punt on it, but gets into the end zone as it's caught up in the jet stream.
A 42-yard punt, a 22-yard net punt after the 20 yards marked off for the touchback. First down, East All-Stars up by 2 touchdowns. Dre Manu Maliuna, this single back in the backfield. Back to pass is Arnubi Brune, and Brune is sacked back at about the 6.
Leading the way and making the sack for the West, number 41. Correction, number 4, David Goolsby. Also in there, number 51, Freddie Charlie.
Here you see the replay. Arnubi Brune drops back and he's pressured and harassed. And there you see in your screen is David Goolsby of Mililani. Also, help out was Freddie Charlie of Waipahu, and it goes in for a loss for the East All-Stars.
And Dominic here has got a business card of a really good barber he knows that back in town for Freddie Charlie. Manu Maliuna carries the ball up across the tackle for a gain of about 2 on 2nd and 24.
Well, let's look at the 90s, and nowadays you call it a hairstylist other than barber.
Ah, okay. Technical. I like that.
Yeah, we take a look at the Zippy's replay. Not much of a gain for the East All-Stars. They tried to go the basic moves up the middle. A long third down situation here.
The only thing I will say is the barber is probably cheaper than a hairstylist. Campbell with the ball, trying to drag some tacklers with him. He'll cross the 10-yard line out to about the 16, and that is where he goes down, well short of first down yardage. And the East just content to punt this ball back away to the West.
Gain of 8 yards by Campbell. 4th down and 15.
Well, what you want to do here is conservative look, just ran the ball, get to 4th down and punt it away. The only thing they weren't looking for, luckily no fumble here. You don't want to give up an easy score.
Kind of a spread formation set up there on the punt. This is Miller from his own 43. Miller with good speed crosses midfield, and he's taken down at the 42. Miller, who played over at St. Louis High School for a couple of years before transferring over to Waianae, now finds himself facing St. Louis players once again, this time in the BTC All-Star game.
It's a punt return. Miller during the regular season did some of those duties. Does quite well. Gets him to the 41. Good field territory as the West All-Stars just going to have to get on the board.
Silas Asui from Nanakuli checking into the game at quarterback. 4-receiver formation. Quick pass, and the receiver not looking downfield. That was Keala Noda. Noda streaking downfield, and the football whizzed right behind his helmet.
You talk about being on different channels on that one. Quarterback tossing quickly. Noda didn't even take a glimpse at it. Saw the ball just pass behind him.
.5:22 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. 14-0 to score. The Western All-Stars trying to change that. 4-receiver formation once again, and we'll have a penalty here against the West as the receiver, Adam Kakal, steps across the line of scrimmage offside. Kakal started to head downfield, hit the brakes real fast, tried to slip back across the line of scrimmage, but the linesman right there to make the 5-yard penalty.
False start on the offense, 5 yards, still second down.
Penalty brings up 2nd down and 15 for the West.
So from 2nd and 10, we go to 2nd and 15. Blitz from the weak side. Asui gets past one man. Asui keeps his balance and just lobs one downfield, and this will be complete, I believe, for about a 2-yard gain. Sanford Chun making the reception in front of the Eastern All-Stars, Chico Contiveros.
These All-Stars putting terrific pressure on the quarterback. Has to push him to the near side of the field and make a quick pass at it. Take a look at this replay once more. And there you see the pressure being applied. That is number 90, Dayton Gernler. He's from Castle, a 6'3", 230-pound senior. And you see the pressure applied, and finally making the catch there was Sanford Chun, but not much of a gain.
Asui really just lucky to get that football away. The gain a yard on that last play after the pass protection broke down for Asui. Brings up 3rd and 14 from the 45-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side. Looking on the single coverage. Asui's pass a little bit long, and this is batted away. The wide receiver actually turning into the defender, keeping Jandon Thornton Murray away from his 2nd interception of the game.
That could have been easily picked off. Jandon Thornton Murray was in the position for it. And the late going is Chris Andrews to jar that thing loose. There you see a very terrific pass by Silas Asui of Nanakuli. Thornton Murray making an attempt at that interception, but
Wind starts to pick up here as Marcos launches his punt. This will be a short kick, and it'll take an Eastern All-Star hop, and it'll be down at about the 25-yard line. A 20-yard punt with no return.
It's one of those meteor shower punts where he goes a straight eye up in the air. Just lands in front of everybody. Gets a lot of hang time. In fact, he gets a great target. Hits him and the back of the numbers.
Looked like it hit Vince Sivas headed downfield.
Caught him by surprise.
Looked like he took down to the small of the back. Eastern All-Stars back in control. 40-37 left to go here in the third quarter. Blaine Cowley and Dominic Ridiero here with a 14-0 game. Play action play once again. This has been a bread and butter play, and dropping the football and taking a lick was the Eastern All-Stars Jesse Yoshino.
Yoshino is a Kaiser senior, 5'7", 155 pounds. Tried to make the play there. We'll take a look at this replay. There you see Darren Garcia firing on the run, and getting hit from behind was Mose Tiolu of Waianae, giving the hit to Yoshino.
Garcia has executed that play action play very well. A play you'd probably think they practiced back at Cook Field. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And it looked like Noah Campbell just tripped coming across the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up about 2. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for Garcia and the Eastern offense.
Something that would have worked well. Noah Campbell getting another delayed draw. He's been spectacular on this, been getting pretty good yards, but this one probably just blew a tire there. Slipped on the turf.
They'll say he went down back at the line of scrimmage. Kind of rolled his way for a 2-yard gain, but his knees went down first. Brings up 3rd and 10. Garcia rifles one across the middle. He takes a shot in the backfield.
Tell you what, Garcia that time threw into a not so friendly neighborhood. Traffic there, and a lot of defenders are on that area.
St. Louis Crusader Jandon Thornton Murray to punt again. He'll stand back at the 15-yard line. With no punt rush on, it's interesting how everybody sets up in kind of a spread formation as Thornton Murray gets off a boomer. Picked up back at the 15-yard line. Good block back in the backfield as Sanford Chun picks it up, and he is swallowed up back at about the 24-yard line. Chun with about a 14-yard return. Chico Contiveros in on the tackle.
A deep punt there. And as you said, Sanford Chun returning the ball. There you see the block, corner of your screen. Tell you what, that really helped get him a few more yards until he's picked up by Cantaberos.
Said the Western All-Stars can do it with the football here. A little bit under 3.5 minutes left to play in quarter number 3. They trail by 14. That was the score coming out of the locker room at halftime. Smith back into the ball game at quarterback. Loses the football. This is a loose ball. And running into the end zone for a touchdown for the Eastern All-Stars, Kanoa Noguchi.
Tell you what, he doesn't do this a lot, but he picks it up in an All-Star game and runs it in for a touchdown on an errant play by the quarterback. Quarterback dropping back. Colo Smith looking to pass it and just simply loses the ball. And being at the same time at the right place is Noguchi. Ain't that great for being a senior and being able to at least get into the end zone for at least one time?
Even for defensive players don't get into the end zone very often, and to do it in an all-star game, that will be a memory for Noguchi for years to come. Noguchi, a defensive lineman from St. Louis High School. And speaking of St. Louis, their kicker, Mark Lau, in to kick for the extra point. Contiveros gets it down, and the kick splits the uprights. And that extends the Eastern lead now to 21-0. 3:21 left to play here in the third quarter.
Just when you thought you tried to get things going, you get the ball back on to offense. Play like this happens. Here you see simply Colo Smith trying to pass the ball, loses the ball, and coming in the right time was Kainoa Noguchi, and he picks it up for a score for the East All-Stars.
Now for Colo Smith, it looked like one of his offensive linemen may have backed into him while he was holding the football in one hand, jarred it loose, and that is when Noguchi came in to pick it up.
And we'll take a look at this once more. You're right, that offensive lineman was just right in front of him, but like no contact there, and Noguchi picking up the ball cleanly. That's what you call good hands.
So the Eastern All-Stars looking on as their special teams are now out there on the field for the kick return. And the West brings it back to the 32-yard line by Harper.
Jeremy Harper on the return, a 5'8", 165-pound senior from Moana Loa.
Get a look at the speedster, Jeremy Harper from the Moana Loa Menehune. Getting his airtime up on the Jumbotron here at the Loha Stadium. Looks like Smith stays in at quarterback. Movement along the defensive line makes one of the offensive linemen move. Let's see who they call this against.
Looks like Silao Tavali of Radford jumps a gun on it.
Prior to the snap, forced stop. On offense, 5 yards, still first down.
And there you see jumping the gun there on the replay. And Nicola Smith been pretty good there on the calls there. He's been able to draw the defense forward, but unable to get the offsides. This time it works the reverse. The offense jumps and does a false start.
Makes it 1st and 15. Looks like they'll try some kind of an option play. Smith loses the ball again. Looked like Jeremy Harper or Keala Noda. I believe that was Keala Noda falling on the football, number 7. Noda gets it back for the West. Almost disastrous once again for the Western offense. The East almost scoring on 2 consecutive defensive plays. How often would you see that happen?
Tell you that's not one of the usual things that happens. Here we take a look at this replay. There you see Smith not holding the ball the way you like to hold it, and the ball gets jarred loose. Luckily, of the West All-Stars, Keala Noda came up to pick up the ball and recovered it.
Luckily, Noda fell on that football and held on to it. 4 Eastern defenders behind him if he didn't grab that. Smith fires downfield, and he'll turn this over on an interception this time. Hiram Peters making the pick for the Eastern All-Stars.
And that's Peters' second interception tonight. Comes out from Kahuku. 5'8", 160-pound senior. Read this ball well. In fact, he had the upper hand there. You see he's shading his receiver.
Did he intercept? Yeah. So they're coming this way, yeah?
Peters getting the inside position on the football. Interesting to see Peters from Kahuku along with some of the other Red Raider players playing alongside the St. Louis Crusader players here on the Eastern All-Star roster. And the Eastern All-Star quarterback getting sacked here. There's our man, Freddie Charlie, in on the sack.
And you see David Kapalolu from Kamehameha.
But Kahuku and St. Louis really going at it last week in the Prep Bowl, a game that was much anticipated across the state. And nobody was disappointed.
There you see Kapalolu just getting by number 67 there, Terrell Lolo from Kalaheo.
Down to a minute and a half left in the quarter. Bruin under pressure sets up a screen, and his receiver slips and falls in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Looked like Dre Manu Maliuna with the catch. And Kapololu now with a couple of consecutive nice defensive plays here for the West.
Again, pressure being added to Bruin, the quarterback. Fires one off, just barely. Because that time, Manu Manaula lost his step there.
Eastern All-Stars need to get to the Western 37-yard line. Back on their own 43, they need 20 yards, and they won't get it here on this screenplay. Zachary Louie from McKinley with the catch, but he'll pick up maybe about 4 yards. And they'll have to put this ball back away.
Here's a sprint replay. Trying to find a quick one. They get the pass off complete as the catch is made, but not enough for a first down.
Some of the Moanalo cheerleaders down along the near sideline getting their groove on down there here at the Lowe's Stadium. We have now reached the end of the third quarter, 21-0 the score. Not a very offensive third quarter, but I guess for the defense, getting that score nice for the Eastern All-Stars gives them the 21-0 lead.
Well, like they usually do, they'll find a couple of offensive All-Stars. We have to find some defensive All-Stars. And the offense, the first half went to the offense in the beginning with those 2 touchdowns by a pair of running backs out of the East All-Stars. Now we get some defensive moves by the East All-Stars. 21-0 score. And important enough, the West All-Stars have never won in this BTC Classic. So they want to turn the tides here, but it's not helping on the scoreboard right now as they're being shut out.
Eastern All-Stars still in control. Noguchi extending their lead, the only score in the third quarter. And getting crunched back at about the 28-yard line was the Western return man. Looked like Sanford Chun, excuse me. Western All-Stars with some work to do here in the fourth quarter, down by 3 touchdowns. Ten seconds into the fourth quarter, 11:50 left to go in the ball game. They could use a quick strike here. We don't see many deep passes. Smith trying one on their last attempt. He'll go deep again here across the seam. And this is in and out of the hands of John Katayama. That time the pass was there for the West, but Katayama could not haul it in. Silas Asui, the quarterback, sending it downfield.
Boy, couldn't put the ball any better. Silas Asui. You ask for a long pass here, you see one. Tries to find his man from Moanaloa, Jonathan Katayama, but he can't come down with the ball.
The West has been able to find some holes in the Eastern defense. They just have not been able to exploit it execution-wise. And Chad Mahoy getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage. The East ready for that last play. Mahoy's had a tough go of it here over the last few games, including the end of the ILH regular season. Tuigamala with the tackle on Chad Mahoy brings up 3rd down and 8. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. West spending a long time in the huddle. Play clock goes down to 2 seconds and they will burn a timeout. their first of the half. Asui heads back to the sideline with the offense, trailing 21-0 here in the fourth quarter. Western All-Stars headed back to the sideline. They will try to regroup back here along the eastern sideline. You see the coaching staff talking to their defense. David Tanavasa, the head coach from McKinley High School there, encouraging the defense on. Also down along that sideline, Cal Lee. And they can look at the Western All-Stars. The West has played a pretty good ball game so far, but turnovers really have cost them, interception and fumble-wise. Go back to the big fumble back in the third quarter, giving the East a 3-touchdown lead. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Play clock back underway. Asui with 4 men in the pattern. Fires along the sideline, and the diving attempt for the reception cannot be made there by Chris Andrews.
Chris Andrews is from Mililani High School. That time again, the receiver is open, but they can't hang on to the football. You see Asui on the run. Pass should have been caught.
And the West forced to punt the ball away once again. I do not believe they have a first down here in the second half. This one hits one of the return men. They'll have to pick this up. Gary Wright hit in the about where he picks up the ball. Katayama making the stick on Gary Wright.
Katayama just cutting down the return made by Gary Wright. Gary Wright never had a chance to make a turn to cut up field.
Penalty marker down on the play back around the line of scrimmage.
Holding on the receiving team prior to possession. 10 yards, first out.
So a 10-yard penalty going against the Eastern All-Stars before possession was made. So that will give the West the ball back after a 10-yard penalty. That will make the coaching staff too happy along the Eastern All-Star side. Fans supporting their favorite players from various schools across the island. Would be interesting to get some of the kids from the neighbor islands into this ball game. See how they match up against some of the Oahu kids who get a lot of the hype and the notoriety. Maybe something the BTC can do in the future. Smith's pass once again through the hands of a receiver.
Take a look at this play again. Dropping back is Ecolo Smith. Goes wide of his receiver, Sanford Chun.
Chun maybe hearing some footsteps. Tyrone Tausaga right behind him, coming up to make the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 38. Big running back carrying the ball here for the Western All-Stars. That is Charleston Mahoy. Mahoy listed at 5'11", 220. I'd take a wild stab at it. I'd say he's a little bit more than 220 coming to this ball game. Smith remains in the ballgame as quarterback here for the Western All-Stars. Both he and Asui rotating, and this is picked off. into the end zone for the Eastern All-Stars. Let's see if he's down at the 1-yard line. They will say he is. Matt Brigg nearly taking it all the way. Brigg, who plays baseball as well, coming up with an outstanding play, juggling the ball as he headed back the other way.
Talk about athleticism. Matt Brigg tipped the ball, not intentionally, and spins around and makes the grab for the interception. There you see Smith looking towards his receiver. There you see the tip first by the receiver, and coming up with the pickoff is Brigg. And almost made his way to the end zone. So the defense really turning it up here for the East All-Stars in this half.
Matt Brigg headed downfield looking for the end zone, probably thinking, gee, never get tackled trying to steal second base. Noah Campbell into the end zone. He'll do a little dance in the end zone for the touchdown.
Second touchdown for the St. Louis senior.
Siwaki Levi making sure that Campbell's jersey is still wrinkle-free coming in after that touchdown. Lau for the extra point. Darren Garcia gets it down, and this one barely gets over the lineman.
Mark Lau having a laugher at that. The ball never ticked off on the right note.
But Noah Campbell there with the score from a yard out. Campbell wearing a Kahuku helmet out of St. Louis High School. You can see the respect players from both teams have developed after that Prep Bowl game. (27-0) now the score here at the Aloha Stadium. See the East scoring once in every quarter so far. The West still looking for their first score. Campbell finding the end zone once again here at the Aloha Stadium. He has done that numerous times for St. Louis High School. Now he does it once here for the BTC Eastern All-Stars. Gives them the 27-0 advantage. Key play on that last drive, the interception by Matt Brigg. And another tip pass off the hands of a Western receiver. And you see the wind playing some tricks with the football at the 40-yard line. Lau may need a holder, and he will get one. Barrett Argo now coming in to hold the football down for Mark Lau. Remember, as a kid, nobody ever wanted to be the holder. Always afraid somebody was going to kick your finger right off. Ball kicked well downfield, picked up at about the 10-yard line. And with some room here is Katayama. Katayama just puts on the afterburners, gets it out to about the 38-yard line, and that is where his momentum is stopped there by Barrett Argo. Argo key on special teams, holding the football, making the play downfield on Katayama. And it looks like Barrett still got all his fingers intact as well.
You did all that work.
Silas Asui counting his men. He needs one more. He will be the quarterback here. 9:09 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 27-0 the score. And for the Western All-Stars, they still have not won a BTC All-Star game. And now they may be just looking to try to get on the scoreboard and see what they can do from there. The pitch is missed by the running back. Loose ball. And looks like the defense will try to pick it up. Now the defenders getting into that pick up the football and run it back mood. And in a situation like that, coaches want you to just fall on the football, especially that kind of mad scramble.
Well, when you're defensive lineman, you see a football, you get very excited. Just want to pick it up and run. The pitch up. There you see, gets past the running back. Great job there by the defense instead of picking up the ball. And what he did there was take out the running back and have one of his teammates pick it up.
Good point there, Dominic. Nice play by the All-Star. The West retains possession of the ball, but they'll lose 14 yards on that last play. Back to their own 25-yard line in 2nd and 24. The quick slant pattern headed downfield. Looked like it was intended for Brian Green, but double coverage on Green. Third down and 24. The Western All-Stars could use a big play here. .8:15 left to play in the ball game. Another short pass and another pass drop by the West. Keala Noda this time losing the handle, and that will bring up, I believe, fourth down.
West All-Stars are really having a tough time trying to get a grip on the ball. It's like having a bunch of receivers with no hands out there.
There you see the incompletion intended for Noda. Credit the Western quarterbacks. He's still getting the ball out there on the field, but just not much doing receiver-wise for them. And we'll get another look at Oscar Marcos. This is Toshi from about the 45-yard line. He'll cut it back up across midfield, and he'll be taken down in Western territory at about the 49-yard line.
Landon Toshi on the return from Pac-5. Had a remarkable career with the Pac-5 Wolfpack. In fact, he has been their guy that they've been gone to on offense. There's a replay once more. Not a bad run. Gets inside the West All-Stars territory.
Three backs in the backfield here for the Eastern All-Stars as they start to work on the game clock. That looked like Manu Maliuna with the ball. He'll pick up about 2 yards before he is stopped there by the West, number 56. I believe that is Brandon Rogers. Some more great football to be played here at Delahunt Stadium this weekend. The Pan American Bowl coming up in just a couple of days. And don't forget that big doubleheader on Christmas Day here. Got the Air Force Academy, University of Washington, I believe the University of Colorado, and one more team to be named coming down for the football doubleheader on Christmas Day. The way things look now, if UCLA beats Miami tomorrow, Central Florida will come down here with Dante Culpepper. Culpepper will be nice to watch. I'd really like to see Central Florida come down here. Culpepper projected a top 10 pick in the NFL draft this year.
And for a very good reason. Here you take a look at the replay. Once again, Noah Campbell coming out of the backfield. Uses that body strength and also uses that side-to-side movement, getting through the pockets. Gets the yards he needs.
Another first down for the Eastern All-Stars as you see the coaches meeting out there on the field. Wendell Oaks standing there next to Cal Lee. Cal Lee, one of about 5 or 6 finalists for the University of Hawaii head football coaching job. It'll be interesting to see Cal Lee out there as a head coach for the University of Hawaii. Also the Utah's Ron McBride in the running, along with Cal Lee's brother Tommy Lee, Dwayne Aquino, an assistant from the University of Arizona. But I got bad news for all of those guys. I heard that the University of Hawaii actually hired a coach today. A Chinese man named Win Won Soon. .6:57 left to go in the ball game. 27-0 the score. Having some fun up here during the BTC Football Classic. Blaine Coway alongside Dominic Rodero. But the two things that UH really needs to look at when they hire the new football coach, number one is local recruiting, trying to keep the local kids, like the players out here in the BTC game, to stay home and play for the University of Hawaii. And also, when you can do something like that, you can get the attendance back up here at the Aloha Stadium, and that really is the bottom line.
You see it back on the field. East gets the ball to Nicholas Tiki. Tiki, from quarterback, converted into a running back, and was a positive thing for Farrington in the late going in their playoff run.
And Skip Diaz, the head coach for the Farrington Governors, using Tiki in as many ways possible, sending him out to the slot, putting him in at running back, quarterback. Tiki, a very versatile player. That could bode well for his football future. Another timeout being called down on the field. That stops the game clock with 6:10 left to go. No more Chinese jokes from here. See the coaching staff for the Western All-Stars. East now content to start to work on the game clock. A lot of cheerleaders here at the Aloha Stadium, keeping the fans entertained here along the near sideline, showing their school spirit. We also have the University of Hawaii cheerleaders down on the sidelines. We have not seen them for a high school game all year, but they've come out for the BTC All-Star Classic. Maybe trying to recruit from some of the local high schools for cheerleaders for next year. Another running play being sent out here by the Eastern All-Stars keeps the game clock rolling. Brings up third down and about a yard to go for another first down.
They'll just keep the ball moving here on the ground. Take as much time off the clock.
Game clock now down to about 5.5 minutes in the ball game. And there you see Nicholas Tiki. We just talked about him, and Tiki gets a substantial gain here. He'll get the first down yardage, pickup of about 6 before he is stopped there by Richard Fanotti.
Here is the Zippy's Restaurants replay. Out of the power eye, they give it to Tiki. Tiki just gets by one defender, makes a move, gets the needed first down in order to keep the football for the East All-Stars and keep taking that time off that clock.
Clock now down to 5 minutes. First and 10 from the 23-yard line. Play action. Garcia runs into his own man trying to scramble away from the rush, and he is taken down for a loss of a few yards. Eastern All-Stars trying to mix it up, but they keep the clock rolling.
Here it is on the GT Hawaii Tel replay. Garcia, in case of the hot foot, has to scramble out of the way. Coming up for the West All-Stars, Robert Enriquez of Waialua.
Another handoff and another straight play up the middle. This is Noah Campbell with the ball. Campbell picking up the lost yardage and gets them back into the positive territory, picking up about 6 yards in that last play. Should bring up third down and about 5. Let's see if the East goes to the air here on this next play. Aerial show being put on there by the University of Hawaii cheerleaders.
Something you won't see us commentators be doing in the near future.
You know I'm afraid of heights, right? And keeping the ball on the ground there was the Eastern All-Stars. And let's see if they go for a field goal here, if they go for it on fourth down. Tiki carrying the ball, and he will stay out on the field. I do not see the kicker rushing out.
Tiki getting good movement there. Tried to cut back inwards once more, but lost his step there.
Now a little under 3 minutes left to play in the ball game. They will go for it here on 4th and 8 from the 21-yard line, and the play clock runs out on them.
Dead ball foul. Delay on the offense. 5 yards, 4th down.
So Arnubi Brune and the rest of the Eastern offense will back it up 5 yards, and it will make it 4th and 13. The offense remains on the field. So Brune back behind his center, Tyrell Lolo. On 4th and 13, here comes the blitz, and Brune slips away. Brune, the lefty, sends him downfield, and this is incomplete. Gary Wright had a beat on it. Another receiver in front of him jumped for the football. Wright lost the handle in the end zone, and the ball will fall harmlessly. And they will turn the ball over on downs.
Brune, the southpaw, gets away from, makes a move there. There you see pressure being added. And in fact, he's picked up there by number 55, Kiani Alapa, and gets away from him. Did his best Steve Young impersonation that time, or Mark Brunell, in fact. And you see the pass thrown. He pitches one down the field, goes in and out of the hands. Could have been another touchdown for the East All-Stars, but
that ball going over Zachary Louie into the hands of Gary Wright, who couldn't hold on. Now the West with one more shot at getting down towards the end zone. 2.5 minutes left to go. Smith across the middle, tipped into the air, and this is caught by the Western All-Stars. Katayama with the reception off the tip. And we'll have a penalty marker deep in the backfield. This is around the area where you see roughing the passer. Smith straightening out his jersey, and that might be the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer on the defense. 15 yards added on to the play. 1st down.
So the Western All-Stars getting 15 extra yards there following the personal foul penalty off that tip. West finally catching a break off of one of those passes.
this is going to give them very good field position now. And there you see the tip being made as it was picked up by the East All-Stars number 33, Pati Milo, and it went right into the hands of Katayama for the catch.
2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Smith back to pass once again. Smith is going to be sacked deep into the backfield. This will be about a 15 to 20 yard loss of yardage. Leo Yang out of the Pac-5 Wolfpack making the sack back on the quarterback, Ekolu Smith.
Smith senses the pressure, has to get away. Wasn't very mobile on that one. He just backs up simply, but still didn't get out of the way and aided that time. And like you said, Leo Yang from Pac-5 makes the play.
15-yard loss makes it 2nd and 25. Smith downfield on a fly pattern, and this is just a little bit too far of the speedy Brian Green.
Tell you what, the defense, even though in the closing minutes, haven't really died down. There you see Lance Samuseva applying the pressure. Samuseva's one heck of a player for Farrington, listed at 6 feet, 270 pounds.
Smith once again under pressure, and he is sacked as he's wrapped up around the ankles. Linebacker blitz working there for Loa Marasco and the Eastern defense.
Here's again the pressure being applied from the right side of the field. And down goes Ikolu Smith.
Timeout called by the Western All-Stars. Their second. That stops the clock with 44 seconds left to play in the ball game. It is 4th and 36. 2 sacks on this possession by the Eastern All-Stars. And the storyline here in the second half, the East has actually scored a few extra points, more than when their offense has been on the field here in the second half. Fumble return for a touchdown in the third quarter. An interception down to the 1-yard line by Matt Bray gets Noah Campbell into the end zone for a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Extra point conversion was missed, and the score now 27-0, following a 14-0 deficit for the West coming out of the locker rooms at the half. And the West could be looking at their last play of the season here. They'll need 36 yards. Pressure's on. Smith taken down from behind. And the ball barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And this game will be over in just a couple of plays as the Eastern All-Stars applaud themselves. Maka Wolfgram making the play defensively for the East.
Came through that offensive line. Gets by the number 70 that time, Lemu Kaikala. Adds the pressure on the quarterback, forcing him to drop back even deeper.
Eastern All-Stars look to be headed for another victory here in the BTC All-Star Classic.
Eastern All-Stars creating a winning streak of their own. But it's the one thing's nice about it is to see a lot of these seniors for one final time.
As I mentioned, we'll see a lot of these seniors for one final time, and I think you might see some of these high school
Right to the
coaches
snap, delay of the game on the offense, 5 yards, first out.
possibly for a final time as well. You wonder where Cal Lee will be next year with all the talk about the University of Hawaii coaching positions. Already had one change for the Western All-Stars at Waipahu High School, where Sam Delos Reyes has stepped down. East back to take a knee. The clock continues to roll. They will have to do this one more time, and that will be it for this All-Star game. Players starting to congratulate themselves, and I believe the officials are content to just let the game clock roll down. Now down to 15 seconds. Western All-Stars played their hearts out here at the Los Stadium, but turnovers a key to this ball game. The East able to execute just a little bit better as this game now has come to a close. The final score 27-0 in favor of the East. Got a look there at Noah Campbell from St. Louis High School. Campbell having an outstanding game with that touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Pair of touchdowns for him.
See a lot of good sportsmanship down on the field after this game. A lot of respect from players from both sides of the football. Now the question is, how many of these guys will be staying home to play football? How many will be going away to different colleges? And there you get a look at our player of the game for the Western All-Stars. That is Winston Keli'ikipi. Keli'ikipi, 6 foot, 210-pounder from Waianae with a bright future ahead of him. One of the top linebackers in the state, along with Joe Ciofele out of St. Louis High School. And Dominic, your thoughts on this matchup between both of these teams as you get a look at Cal Lee?
You see one happy coaching staff, and it proved that the Eastern All-Stars really took advantage of this ball game as they got those couple of touchdowns in the first half, and then the defense kind of picked things up, got a score there, and finally Noah Campbell to close the books on this matchup tonight.
(27-0) the final score here at the Aloha Stadium, and that will just about do it for us here at the Stadium Stars. For Al Morikami, Mike Nelson, our director, Mike Bradshaw, my colorman, Dominic Rodero, myself, Blaine Coway. Thank you for joining us throughout the 1998 football season. We will see you back here at the Aloha Stadium next year. Stay tuned as the award ceremony for the postgame will be brought to you by the Jumbotron crew, cameras, and graphics. Thanks a lot for joining us, and have a good night.
Jody, are you happy on that one shot, or do you want anything else? Practice.
Aloha. Aloha. Thank you for coming and spending some time with us this evening. On behalf of the Building Trades Council and all the working men, unionized working men and women of the state of Hawaii, we thank you for coming and witnessing the challenge of the gladiators here this evening, the all-star athletes here in Hawaii. We're going to make some presentations this evening, and what we'd like to do is call Mr. Lutu here. Mr. Lutu, as you all know, is well respected as one that has participated in a strongman competition. Mr. Lutu.
I would like to thank the BDC Football Classic for having me here. And to your athletes, I would like to say good luck for all your endeavors that may come upon you. And to the families who supported these athletes to get them where they are today. Oh, you guys like to stay home or play UH? All kidding aside, we have some awards here to give out.
They don't have a plan here.
And the award for the most valuable offensive player from the West squad, John Katayama. Katayama is from Wanalua High School. And the most valuable defensive player of the game from the West, Stephen Paishan of Campbell High School.
Will Greg Taguchi come forward, the championship team? The East did it again for the 8th time. You know, yeah, we take this one. What we do, we'll get that. We'd like to turn some time over to Lehua Chan to make some presentations. She has a long name, so I just decided to say Lehua Chan for the song leaders and the cheerleaders. How about a big hand for them?
Okay. Well, Lehua Gerbach and Kelly Chan and the University of Hawaii cheerleading team would like to present 2 awards tonight. One goes to the East Most Valuable Cheerleader and one to the West Most Valuable Cheerleader. And for the West Most Valuable Cheerleader, we have Karis Kawana from Wanalua High School. Please come out and accept your medal. All right, and for the East, from Castle High School, we have Katie Kunimoto. We'd like to thank all the cheerleaders for coming out tonight. Thank you very much.
How about a big hand for these young ladies? One more time. We'd like to call Kanani Souza. Kanani, come forward. Head coach for the West team. Kanani, present you this football here. Thanks, sir. Thank you. And the perpetual trophy to the coaches from the East team. Would they come forward? Pick up the perpetual trophy. Congratulations. How about a big hand for all these players? Thank you. Thank you for coming. Aloha.
Again, to recap, the East Most Valuable Player Awards. Offensive Most Valuable Player Award for the East squad, number 32, Noah Campbell of St. Louis High School. And the Most Valuable Defensive Player for the East, representing Roosevelt, number 47, Chad Kalilimoku. On behalf of the OIA, ILH, and the Building Trades Council, along with the Aloha Stadium, thank you for coming to tonight's All-Star Classic. Please drive home safely.